Now we're in another peaty depression next to the old castle. This is called the Bailey. We're not quite sure what its function was. I'm here looking at sediments to see whether the sediments are the same as we found in the moat, and so the two ditches were connected. Oh, a bit stone there. Now, there's something initially hard for me to push through, so I'm now in a metre. If I turn the corer, I should take a metre of sediment out. I put it quite slowly because there's suction through a vacuum on the end of that hole. If I come down to the bottom of the corer first, and I'll show you this blue-grey clay silt. This will go on for some depth below this metre, and this represents what the archaeologists call the natural, what we would call karst. It's an estuarine mud that is much older than the castle itself. But overlying the karst we have a brown organic mud, probably datable by radiocarbon. But what comes out in these cores is this thing here, very distinct, blue-grey band. It's drier than down here, but at the moment we have no reason to think that this isn't the same as that, only much younger. Now we need to ask how the karst is formed. This is effectively an estuarine mud, thousands of years old. So our first bet, after having worked here for an hour, is that this is a new layer of estuarine silt coming into this small ditch here, overlying peat and underlying peat. At the moment, after an hour, I think this might be the signature of a storm surge event here. What we'll do is to radiocarbon date that and radiocarbon date that, and we'll do analyses of diatoms through this to establish whether this silt is really coming from the sea or whether it's fresh water.